This is World Comics Review. Remember last year when I said Comics Gates Victory was on the cards? Well, it is once again, because now I've got Tilt Part 2. So look at the continuing adventures of Jennifer Pola and the magical knights from the playing cards, whatever they're called. Okay, so let's get into this one. So this review will avoid spoilers for issue 2, but may spoil issue 1, so if you're still new to Tilt, then yeah, listen away now. So this is many covers, so created by David Doc Hogberg, who does occasional live streams, illustrated by Marcus Lima, colour by Lenore King and Marcelo Brisena, lettered by Jason Meadows, standard cover, variant cover and editing. So full team for this Comicsgate comic. And yes, this is Jennifer Pola, who her dad was killed by the mob in issue 1, and in the afterlife he begs a spirit, who we learn has got his own agenda in this issue. Not a particular spoiler, but yeah. And he gives her the ability to make the jacks, kings and queens in a special pack of cards come to life, and they attack people, and also the aces can turn into stuff they need. So in the last issue the aces turned into rocket launchers to blow up one of the mobsters who was escaping. And in this issue she goes undercover as a stripper at the mob boss's party. And also some of the cards got killed in the last issue, and when they get shot or something they kind of tear into pieces like paper and collapse, but we find out there is a way to bring them back to life. But we find out there is a way, but not what that way is. They don't explain that. I guess it's going to be a plot in issue 3. So yeah, most of this issue is in fact just a massacre at the mobster's party. It kind of reminds me of around 99 or 2000 I watched one of the OVAs of the Guyver on TV, one of my first anime experiences. And yeah, it kind of reminds me of that, like magical knights appear in a mafia party and just massacre everybody in a big battle. And that takes most of this issue, to be honest. Nice and gory. Actually, years later I bought a DVD box set of the Guyver, but it turned out to be a more modern adaptation of the Guyver. And yeah, the gore in that kind of hit differently. It was more like itchy and scratchy than the brutality of the old 80s OVAs, so it wasn't as good. I don't think I ever finished watching it. But yeah, that's issue 2, continuing Jennifer's campaign to massacre the mafia, and the spirit who gave her that power has his own agenda. And yeah, the mob are beginning to figure out what's going on as well, and some of the mafia who are just standing guard outside and avoid the massacre, they've got some of their own agenda too and trying to further themselves. And here is issue 3 coming soon, and I'll be back in that whenever the campaign's ready. And there was some other stuff too which I've now gone and lost. That was clever, wasn't it? So yeah, there's 2 stickers, both of this cover, so I can't stick them to my work computer and take it into a school, unfortunately. I've got some other CG stickers on my work computer, but yeah, not Tilt. And a fridge magnet, also of the cover art, which is now on my fridge. And a poster of the cover art, which looks rather pixelated. And another mini poster, they're only like A3 size, of Jennifer and the Queens of the comic. So yeah, that's Tilt 2, recommended. And I guess when Tilt 3 begins its campaign, you'll be able to back order the old issues as well.